up, YouTube? Shout out to all my subscribers that have been tuned in. Love you guys. Everybody that's new, welcome. I love y'all too. What's going on, people? So today, as you can see from my title, I'm going to a Honk-In at Senator Warren Limmer's house. Currently, there's work being done to try and push criminal justice reform, to try and get some people let out of prison right now, just due to the COVID-19 situation. It's like COVID-19 is affecting everybody realistically, but often we forget about those that are incarcerated. And you know, criminal justice and incarceration is something that has affected my life and that is close to me, and probably you too if you think about it. It's kind of like a trickle effect. But anyhow, we're going there today to protest and just kind of let them know that we're here, that people care about what's going on, and that we want to figure out a solution around everything. So, you know, if you're around in Minnesota, you know, you can get behind this. I'll drop details on how you can get involved in just different things that you can do, information that you can reach out to the senator and let them know why it's important for prisoners to be let out during COVID-19. It's super hard to keep social distance within a jail cell. I don't know, you know, I've never been to jail, but I know that it's hard to keep a 6 feet social distance with what's going on. So we're for sure gonna show up. I'm not gonna vlog and drive, so I'll probably just tune in once I get there. I have arrived. I know that I've made it because I see people just coming in here. They're kind of gathering. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Everybody kind of gathering here. Look like people making signs. It's Dr. Raj over here. Let me talk to him real quick. Well, Dr. Raj, what's going on? What's up?
What are you doing?
Nothing much. I'm here. I'm here for it. Are we just kind of gathering over here?
Yeah, pull in, yeah.
Okay, dope. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Want to make a poster? I have a poster board.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. So they got poster boards over there that we can make. So I'm gonna go see what's going on with that, and probably make me a sign to put in the window, just because it only makes sense. So let me get out quick and just kind of see what's happening here. So this is just the gathering. This is where we're all gonna just be meeting up here. So this is pretty legit. We got the vlog going. Go see what's going on here. I definitely want to make sure that we keep in social distance. So I'm about to go and work on making my sign. As far as I'm concerned, as long as we stay within the sidewalk and not on the property, it's legal to do this, and there isn't a noise ordinance. Free them all. No one is immune.
Free them all. 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 Free them all.
And can we just shout out to the allies, real talk? You feel me? Shout out to the people that's doing amazing work. You feel me? Well, we really got to work to decarcerate Minnesota. We got to work to decarcerate the United States in general. Because realistically, it's our people. Here we go again.
Free them all.
Brother from the
Free
region.
them all. Free them all. Free them all. Shame on you, Warren Limmer. Our families are people too.
Talk about it.
Free them all. Free them all. If Iran and countries like that can release prisoners, so can we in the United States.
Yes,
And especially in the so-called nice state of Minnesota.
yes.
Free them all.
Hey,
Free them all. Free them all. Free them all. Free. Tell them to lay on those horns.
Horn, horn.
Hit the horn. Hit that horn. Hey, the best horn of them all. Bro on the sax though. Check him out. This work is really important. Like, it looks very simple, like this is just horn blowing, but if you really think about it, this is a nice neighborhood. Maple Grove is a nice area. Shouldn't nobody just be outside laying on a horn like they waiting on somebody to come outside? And we actually doing it a lot worse than that. But I really think that it's cool that the neighbors are in support of what's going on. The neighbors are not against this. They don't even look like they want to call the police. So maybe they know too about their neighbor. Maybe they already know about what's going on. But we have somebody else about to speak. I want to get this in here.
Unless prisoners are released immediately, more and more people will die of COVID-19.
Yes!
We're talking about immigrant detainees, people in jails, people in prisons. Free them all. For public health. For the health of your children and family. Everybody needs to be free and able to practice physical distancing.
Tell them we're going to be back here every week until this happens.
We're going to come back every week, Warren Limmer.
Yeah!
Free them all. 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 Free them all.
That's gonna be the plan, showing here every week, and unless something else takes place. Do I want to speak?
Yeah.
Sure. You want to catch me on the vlog with this? Sure, I would definitely speak.
Okay.
I would for sure say something. How do you?
Yep.
Okay, I got it. So how do you just push these two at the same time?
Yeah, just push that.
Warren Limmer, shame on you!
Shame on you!
And you have not come out once to show your face. Shame!
Come out, show your face.
Shame!
Free them all! Everyone was given a sentence, but no one was given a death sentence. Free them all! This is for everyone that is locked up right now. The voices that you are working to silence. We are here to stand in the gap. Free them all!
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 Beat the horns! Go! Give up! Free them all! Free them all! Free them all! Remember, we are outside today! We will show up again! Because they need to know, inside of a prison, there is little help for the flu, for strep throat. There is no cure for COVID-19 and no one is immune. Come outside and speak. Listen to the reform that's going on around you. We are here. Free them all.
Free them all!
Free them all.
I'm going to lose my voice out here screaming.
Right.
Y'all know I had to get on there and say something. It's a lot going on, so it's really hard to capture this, but I'm gonna try and roll down my windows just a bit so I can let you guys know what's going on. Honestly, y'all, I believe in freeing people all the way. I'm totally radical about this. I don't believe in the concept of prison. That's another conversation, but realistically, this is what needs to be done, and I honestly just don't feel like there's enough people of color out here right now. We're the ones being massively incarcerated, and I don't see enough of us. I don't see enough. They're not listening to us. They're not listening to us. And if you're not speaking, they're especially not listening. But, you know, it's hot outside. I'm sweating my edges off, but I'm still here for this because this is the type of stuff that matters. This is what counts. They need to know that it isn't an issue that people just aren't thinking about. So, let me tune out because I'm driving. We got a little honking game going on here. So it's wrapping up toward the end, and I think we're about to end up heading back toward the original area where we first all were when we first started this whole thing. So they're taping up a sign right now, and I'm gonna go catch that on video. I'm gonna put that on video right now. And like I said, the neighbors are the best. I love the neighbors. Check out the neighbors, y'all. Check out the neighbors. I love this neighborhood. I like these people. It's falling, but we're gonna get it to stick. Maybe get a nail or something. Yeah. Stick it in down there. Yeah. This is what it's all about. The same people out here. Consistent. go back to the original meetup spot. Looks like, hey, how you doing? We're gonna go to the original meetup spot and go from there. This has been an interesting experience, honestly, y'all. I ain't never even really been to a protest. This is interesting. But when we back to the place that we started, and it looks like everybody's just here. Look like everybody heading out. Looks like everybody's going. 1 o'clock next week. Stillwater prison next Saturday. So we'll be back. We will obviously be back. Everybody was there. My man with the sacks. I so appreciate that. So it looks like it'll be going on again.
If you get to Stillwater, you want to tell everybody?
For sure.
Just there's a guest parking. We'll just pull into the guest parking.
As fun as this was for me, because I'm doing something that matters and it's going towards something that I care about. You know what I'm saying? It's still sad that we got to organize for stuff like this and fight for this kind of stuff. This is stuff that should not be fought for. This should be a no-brainer that you need to listen to people's families and to people that are crying out, pretty much. People are crying out for freedom for their family members, but it looks like we're heading out now. We got the first one rolling out, all right. So it's all good. It's all good. And also while being here, I think I got looped into a potential job opportunity. So all is well. All right, I made it back inside. I actually ate some food and just took a moment to rest because I was just running. I ate some leftover hibachi that I made. I made this bomb hibachi. If you don't know that I made this bomb hibachi, that's because you're not following me on Instagram. But that's another conversation. So basically, the incarcerated workers organized this protest because Senator Warren Limmer is not having it, basically. Conversation around criminal justice reform, he's not allowing that conversation to be held. So I'm not sure if you all are aware, but this was new information to me. And that's really important just because we're pushing for things. And if you're going to push and have this conversation, but someone is literally stopping the conversation, it's not really moving anywhere. So any bills or policy that's just coming his way, he's kind of just shutting it down. So they organize for people to come out so that they can know that people care about this issue and to be heard. So we came and sat outside his house and, you know, you guys heard what happened. So for proper social distancing, if you were listening to what Brother Noah was saying over the speaker, we need to get the prisons down to at least 60% according to what the prisoners are saying. So that's looking like 2,754 people. So far, Minnesota has let out around 40 or so people, and I mean that's a pretty, you know, I don't know, that's a pretty low number when you're comparing it to 2,700. So that's just one thing, and then just more facts that the incarcerated workers just had around that was just the fact that they're low-risk offenders. These are people that are like low-level. It's not like they're high-ranking offenders at this point. Also, people that are qualifying for work release. I believe there was a number saying like 3,000 people are qualifying for work release. Some people are just ICE detainees. There's not an actual crime that's been committed. It's just the fact that they've been detained by ICE. So we definitely need to kind of just get behind this and make sure that the conversation is at least being had. You know, and then just like some other things that they put out there that I thought was interesting was the fact that in 2017, California released 27,000 prisoners. That's 3 times the amount that Minnesota would be releasing. And California, there was no crime increase. So, you know, that's just numbers and data, but I do think it's valuable and worth looking at. So just for me, overall, the experience, like that was just information from the Twin Cities, from the incarcerated workers. I didn't organize the protest or anything. I just came because, you know, I was invited, and this is something that I care about. Criminal justice is totally something that I care about. Yeah, it's just something that's really near and dear to my heart. I mean, I wouldn't say you would have to be affected by it to know, but pretty much you would to understand the passion that I have behind this. So, you know, overall, I think it was a really good experience. The neighbors, like I said, the neighbors weren't calling the police. They were at first. They were like, what are y'all talking about? What's going on? But, you know, they came, asked questions, and after that, they were kind of behind us with it. They were recording it, so they were spreading the word about it. You know, we moved around frequently because there's laws around that you can't be there for longer than about 10 minutes, I believe. So we would move around frequently, still beeping the horns, and as we would go around, the neighbors were still in support of it. So I thought that part was cool. But just the fact that people can come together about stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? All different colors, all different types of people came out. But something that did bother me was not enough people that looked like me was there. Not enough brown people were there, honestly. And it's like, what do you mean not enough brown people? Like, man, people are people. But at the same time, mass incarceration is affecting the black and brown community. It's affecting our community. So it's like, we need to show up. We got to be aware. Like, these things are going on. COVID-19 isn't just affecting us on the outside. It's affecting our people on the inside, too. So, you know, the numbers are rising every single day inside of the prisons. As far as these COVID cases, you know, so we definitely got to do something. Nobody was sentenced to die in prison, like with COVID. So we got to do something. I think it's really interesting that we come up with sentencing and different programming and just different things to do to people. But when it comes in the midst of safety and keeping people healthy, we're kind of tossing the ball around and just wondering, well, what should we do? What should we do? We have to act. And you know, this is a risk, but at the same time, I don't think we should take a risk with people's lives. That's not the risk that we should run. And I say, figure out something. So this protest was really interesting to come to and be a part of, just because I've never actually really even been to a protest. That was my first protest. So, okay, power to the people. But yeah, no. So there's supposed to be another one, and that's going to be at the prison to let the people inside know that we are, you know, we're here, just so that they can hear us on the outside, and so that the people that's working there too can know. So I'm excited. I'll probably be there for that also. Yeah, so I don't know, everybody. Like, that is it. It's a pretty late night. I'm gonna get to, I don't know what I'm about to do. I'm probably just lay down for a little bit, watch Netflix. I really don't even watch TV, so I'm gonna just try to take some time and just, I don't know, just do my own thing. I don't really know. I might write or something. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for seeing what's going on. If you're deciding now to get behind the work with decarcerating the United States, not just Minnesota, but just decarcerating in general, I'm gonna drop some information below. Like this video, subscribe, hit that little bell notification. I got my hair done, y'all. I'm feeling cute out here. Okay. No, really though. So if you're rocking with it, subscribe. Again, decarcerate Minnesota, you know what I'm saying? Again, justice delayed is justice denied. We're taking too long, in my honest opinion, with this issue. So leave a comment, like,